Hello and welcome to our reviews. Today we'll be reviewing the Marvel Legends Legendary Riders series HulkBuster Iron Man. So, like I said, you'd be getting some Marvel Legends reviews, and I thought I'd go with something that I think is probably one of the coolest looking Marvel Legends. And he's definitely my favorite specialty Iron Man armor. The HulkBuster Iron Man. He's like Iron Man and Juggernaut fused together. He's just really cool looking. He's, of course, just as nicely articulated and detailed as you would expect from a nice Toy Biz Marvel Legend. He comes with this glider thing, which is a bit lame, but whatever. And just overall, really awesome looking. So let's go ahead and zoom in on the articulation details, sculpt paint, all those sorts of things. Alright, here we have our HulkBuster Iron Man. As you can see, he's got that sort of dome-shaped helmet, which is why I say he's like Juggernaut. And, of course, we'll zoom in on all the head sculpt stuff in a minute. If you look over here down by the hands, he's got these big gold armor plates here. And he's got mostly red with little black detail lines on him through most of the body. He's got a gold arc reactor-like thing there in the center. He's got big hands here. It's like the two middle fingers are like fused into one big finger, and then these are all separate fingers here. Mostly gold down here at the bottom, and here in the legs area and in the waist. And you get more red, black line detail, big gold knee caps there, more gold on the feet, as well as these little, like, screw things here on the sides of his feet. If you turn him over on the back, he is almost entirely red, with the exception of the waist there, and you can see the back of the arms there. But it's mostly red. Overall, very nice detail on the armor here. You can also see some, like, little scale-like patterns here on the shoulder pads, which are kind of cool. So overall, very cool. Let's zoom in on the sculpt of his helmet and the sculpt of the head underneath the helmet. Alright, you can see the front of the helmet here. He's got that standard sort of Iron Man design for the faceplate, and you can see all the little black line details there. But you can also pop this open and reveal a Tony Stark head, which has got like slick black hair. And you can also see all these little controls here. He looks a bit older than Tony Stark does sometimes, which is interesting. And just overall, that head sculpt is also very nice. Alright, now let's zoom out and take a look at his articulation. Alright, articulation-wise, Iron Man is pretty good. His head is rotating, but it doesn't seem to have a hinge in it. If it does, it's so slight that I can barely tell it's there. Also, this helmet is hinged. He has ball-joint shoulders, in and out, forward and back. These things are rubbery, so they don't really get in the way. Bicep cut, single-joint elbows, cut here at the wrist, and then he has a hinge in the wrist, he has a thumb joint, and 3 separate finger joints. It's a very nice diaphragm joint which moves in and out, rotates. Also has a waist cut that rotates. Ball joint hips, move forward and back, in and out. Upper thigh cut, double joint knees. He has a hinge, and a pivot, and a toe joint down in the foot. So that is all pretty much maximum articulation, I would say. He's not really missing any points that really matter. So, yeah, articulation is very good. As with everything in the Legendary Rider series, he does come with a vehicle. In his case, it's like a glider kind of thing. It's almost like a Green Goblin glider. So let's take a look at that. Here is his glider. It's made up of kind of like a marbled plastic, which looks a bit unusual. It's mostly got like black and red details there, and it's got big slots for his feet to go in, as well as this peg right here, which can peg into his back. See the details there on the front, on the back, and underneath it has these two things here, which would let it stand up, and just a little bit of detailing there. It doesn't look bad or anything, I just don't think it's really all that interesting, and I could have easily gone without it. But whatever, it's an extra piece. Can't really complain about it. Alright, let's move on to the packaging. Alright, pretty standard Toy Biz Marvel Legends packaging. It's got Legendary Rider series. It comes with the comic book Iron Man 3.5. Superposable, little descriptions, things like that. Marvel Legends.
HulkBuster Iron Man. On the back, you get your little stat things, full description, and the other figures in this wave, which are HulkBuster Iron Man, Thing, Taskmaster, Vengeance, Scarlet Witch, Ultron, Wonder Man, and Logan. And they all come with vehicles. At the moment, the only thing I have in this wave is first appearance Thing, but I'd say just about everything in this wave is probably worth getting. That version of Ultron is really not very good. But if it was the only Ultron, it would be alright, I guess. But luckily, Marvel Legends did just release a new Ultron, which I'll get as soon as I can manage to find one that's not ridiculously expensive.
And some of the other things in this wave are pretty important, like Scarlet Witch and Wonder Man, and I guess Logan if you really need more Wolverine. So yeah, pretty good things in this wave. So yeah, of course good for in or out of package display. So yeah, Iron Man. Alright, that wraps it up for our HulkBuster Iron Man, so until next time, goodbye! Hello, you've just watched one of my videos. Feel free to like and comment and subscribe and all those sorts of things if you enjoyed my video. If you didn't, run away and never return. Also, feel free to check out my other channels, Venom Raptor for all my variety gaming content, and VR Reviews for reviews of various action figures and collectibles. Thank you, and goodbye.